Marami tayong nilelet go sa buhay na parang ang hirap-hirap nilang bitawan. Especially when it's so good, yung alam mo na, ito na yun eh. Ito na yung para sa akin, Lord eh. Ba't mo pa kinukuha? Nakakainis naman. And so, I would like to share with you something that the Lord has whispered to my heart. Sabi niya, huwag ka mag-alala. May igaganda pa yan. In fact, patikim pa lang yan. That very simple message has given me so much peace. By the way, welcome to Love University. I am Grace. I am an events host and I'm also a podcaster and I'm very active on Facebook, sometimes on TikTok. Sorry naman. But I'll be more active there. And I created Love University because I just want to learn how people pursue the things and relationships that they love. So it's not just about relationships, it's also about amazing folks and their lives and also what I love in my life that I want to share with you. So mostly we'll discuss how-tos, yung mga how to let go, how to move on, how to not feel left out in life. Yun yung mga topics natin dito sa podcast na to. So I hope that you enjoy it. And today yun nga, how do you actually let go? Kasi mahirap siyang gawin. And I want to share with you itong nakatulong sa akin to reflect on letting go and making it easier for me to let go. Kasi like what I have said earlier, ang hirap mag-let go minsan kapag alam mo na okay naman na, tapos sobrang saya mo naman, it's everything that you have dreamed of. Parang, Lord, ba't mo pa kinukuha eh? Maganda na to. Ito na yung pinagdasal ko, Lord eh. Ba't mo pa kailangan ipa-let go sa akin? I-enjoy na ako. This is already what I wanted. Akala natin, todo na yon. But in this realization, it's like God is saying, kung masaya ka na dyan, what more dun sa niready ko para sa'yo? Antayin mo yung kasunod. Mas may hihigit pa dyan. Diba? And realizing that habang naguhugas ako ng pinggan, opo, kausap ko si Lord habang naguhugas ng pinggan. Just a segue na wala namang format kung kailan ka lang pwede mag-pray or kung kailan mo kakailangan kausapin si God. But you can talk to Him anywhere, anytime. But basically, yeah, I was washing the dishes and that's when this message came to me na nahirapan ka mag-let go. Akala mo ang ganda-ganda na yan. Akala mo todo na yan. Pero tatalunin ko pa yan. Yan yung promise ni God when I was finding it hard to let go of something. And in this podcast episode, I want to take you on a journey to look back, not just in the year 2023, but I think mas applicable to if we would reflect mga 5 or 10 years ago in our life. Was there a time that you were so rejected, that you were so rejected talaga yung term, that you felt like yung gusto mo okay na tapos binawi pa, or things didn't end up the way you wanted to? Look back in those moments, yung mga moment na sobrang sakit, sobrang pinalet go talaga sa'yo ni Lord, yung mga bagay-bagay, mga sitwasyon, mga relationship, and look at where you are right now. Because ako sa akin kasi when I looked back, it all made sense. Number one, it made sense na kailangan ko yun i-let go. Kasi hindi magkakaroon ng space for the new and better things. And second, those moments of rejections are true enough just redirections. And yung mga bagay na nilet go mo na akala mo sobrang okay na, hindi natin alam may tatalo pa pala dun. All of those rejections were simply redirections for bigger and brighter opportunities in our lives that we don't even know of. Siguro the right word is nakakamangha. Alam mo yun, kasi hindi mo naman alam kung ano yung, we don't really know what the future holds, but if we don't let go of something that's holding us back, it will be difficult for us to get to that better option, to that better opportunity. So ako, for example, nung gumraduate ako ng college noong 2013, the real problem began for me. So for context, my course is Speech Communication in UP Diliman. I graduated cum laude. Nothing to be so it's not so fancy kasi halos lahat naman kami laude. And most of my classmates were actually magna cum laude, summa cum laude, ganyan. So parang ordinary lang na cum laude ako. So the problem began after graduation nung job hunt season na. So I'm not gonna talk about letting go of a love life because I've already shared that hundreds of times in this podcast and in other content. But today I wanna share with you yung beauty of the journey that I had when God asked me to let go and to just trust in Him completely. So nung job hunt season, it was so tough that it even became so depressing for me. Kasi nakita ko talaga yung mga kaklase ko, lahat may trabaho na. I mean, hindi naman siguro lahat. Almost all of them were getting employed. Parang feeling ko nun, hindi naman totoo no, pero feeling ko lang may karera na para, sino na lang yung walang trabaho dyan? Nakaka-stress. And one of the things that I did was, I tried to follow their track. So meron silang in-applyan na big company. And then I tried my luck there. And halos lahat ng nag-apply doon, they got accepted to the management training program. Except for me. Hindi ko alam kung meron din akong ibang batchmate na na-reject. But I was rejected. I did not pass that application. Parang nung time kasi na yun na lang yung saving grace ko. And so what happened was, I had a different path than most of us. But 10 years after, it's been 10 years now, 2013, 2023, I can proudly say na buti na lang. At saka, kaya pala. Kasi, my path is an entirely different path. Of course, because magkakaiba rin kami ng talents, magkakaiba kami ng gifts. Grabe pala yung pin-repair para sa akin ni Lord. Alam mo yun, curated kung para saan talaga yung gifts ko. Nakaka-touch. Kasi even though we took the same course, we have almost the same set of skills, we still have different areas of expertise, if I may put it. So some of us became lawyers, yung isa naging top-notcher pala. God, grabe. Yung iba, business owners, yung iba, they're in the finance, and talagang magkakaiba kami ng track. Some even went back to Diliman and nagtuturo na sila dun. So the possibilities for our course, which is speech communication, it's limitless. As in, napakadaming opportunities that we can pursue. Yun nga lang, since fresh grad ako, syempre, yung nakikita ko lang na opportunity is kung ano yung nakita ko sa mga batchmates ko tsaka dun sa mga nauna sa amin. And I think that's the beauty of completely trusting in God is that after a few months, I was hired in my first job. It's in Letran, Bataan. Hometown ko rin naman kasing Bataan. So I went back home. And I'm now on my third job. So after Letran Bataan, I got into SM Prime. Now I'm working with Brother Bo's Truly Rich Club. And looking back, very crucial yung pagka-hire sa akin sa Letran Bataan kasi dun nagsimula yung event hosting opportunities ko. And which I would say is the main source of my joy. Even the connections that I made there in Letran Bataan are still very evident to my career right now kasi grabe yung reach nung connections na na-build and na-establish ko when I was still in Letran. Nung na-depress ako kasi hindi ako na-hire dun that was in Makati That was in Makati, in Manila. Ang dami kong in-applyan na trabaho. Tapos, alam mo yun, parang, ayoko na. I was so frustrated. Nakaka-pressure din kasing gumraduate with honors. Because some people would have expectations from you na, gumraduate ng UP yan, cum laude yan, ganyan-ganyan. So, they would expect na pagkakuha ko ng trabaho, ganito, ganyan na siya. And personally ako, yun din naman yung expectations ko. Which, parang nakakaloka yung bigat ng expectation na yun. Kaya minsan parang ang hirap din to be someone na perceived as an achiever because of these kinds of expectations. But when we completely put our trust in God and hayaan mo lang siyang sorpresahin ka, years after, it would make sense kung bakit hindi mo nakuha yung trabaho na yon, bakit hindi kayo nagkatuluyan ng tao na yon, bakit nawala na sa buhay mo yung ganito, ganyan, diba? It will all make sense after, most of the time sa akin kasi, after a few years pa siya nagme-make sense Pero, I just had to completely trust God that He's prepared something bigger, brighter, and bolder all the time. And remembering na ganun yung plano niya for my life, it's always for a better future. It gives me so much peace. Aside kasi dun sa job hunt, there are so many times na parang I did not get it my way. I think nakaka-relate naman kayo dun, diba? Ang daming mga bagay na gusto mo nang angkinin. Gusto mo nang sabihin na, para sa akin to, Lord 'Diba? Pinag-pray ko to, tapos ngayon, papabitawan mo sa akin. Nag-i-enjoy naman na ako. Okay naman na to. Bakit ko pa kailangan bitawan? So nakakainis talaga yung mga ganong instances. Kaya nasasabi talaga natin, ang hirap mag-let go. It's easier said than done. Because when it's so good already, you don't find any reason na mag-let go. Kasi okay naman eh. Kaya nakakainis si Lord. There are times na talagang inaaway ko siya in my prayer time. Parang nakakainis, nakakagalit. And I just pour out all of my emotions in that conversation with him. And I couldn't help but wonder kung ano kaya yung itsura niya whenever I have those outbursts. Kasi syempre, he knows eh. Alam mo yung meme na, he knows. He knows. He knows na later on, it will make sense to me kung bakit kinailangan ko yung i-let go. And so, I just imagine that God, maybe He's a bit smiling kasi habang nagmamaktol ako, nagtatantrums ako, siya parang, ganyan-ganyan ka ngayon, mamaya mag-e-enjoy ka naman sa ipapalit ko dyan. Diba? So I don't know. Since ang daming nag-let go nitong taon na to, I think this is the most appropriate message that I could give for people who are gonna let go of a lot of things in 2023 and opening the doors for them in 2024 is that may igaganda pa yan. Patikim pa lang yung na-enjoy natin sa una. And God has prepared something so beautiful for us. And most of the time, it's something that we have never ever imagined. This is not to say that God is controlling our life. I just wanna say na what's meant for us, the things that are better for us, will only find its way sa buhay natin if we learn to let go. After so much haggling. May ano pa yan eh, may negotiation pa yan eh. Makikipag-bargain ka pa kay Lord. Di Lord, pwede bang ganito, ganyan. But eventually, we will let go. And once we let go, there's now space for new beginnings. And so, Happy New Year. I hope that this message has found its way to you. Especially if you're in a not so merry and happy New Year. If you're in a state na parang malungkot mong winelcome yung 2024. Because all of us, I think, not just in love life, all of us have something to let go. Because there's always room for something more beautiful in our life. Thank you so much for listening to Love University or watching this video podcast. I hope that after you listen to this, you would do a journal entry or I don't know kung ano yung format mo of putting it out there. Maybe it's an Instagram story or whatever. But write it out, your reflections, and tingnan mo ulit years back kung paano ka sinurprise ni Lord sa mga bagay na hindi mo in-expect na maigaganda pa pala. And let those miracles in the past inspire you na kahit masakit ngayon, may igaganda pa yan. Happy New Year! Do tag me in your Instagram stories if you listen to this. It's Grace Rubies with an underscore. Yeah. See you. Bye!